Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Color Me Bad Lynn, back to share some absolutely gorgeous fragrances full of oud. If you have watched any of my videos prior to this one, you know that I love the smell of oud in my fragrances, especially if they have rose in them. If you are interested in those types of videos, recordings, please continue to watch. Oh, so where are my manners? I am Color Me Bad Lynn and welcome to my channel. We are really glad to have you. And don't forget, before we get into our video, to make sure that you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that each and every time I upload a video, you will be notified. And if you can't watch it right away, you can save it for later. Just to give you a brief scenario about what we do on our channel, we talk mainly about fragrances, the fragrances that are in my collection, those that are on my wish list. We may get into some that are in your collection and your wish list if you care to share. We talk all things beauty. You name it, we are going to get into it. If you've got the time, let's go. So the first fragrance that I want to share with you guys is, I believe all of these are from the house of Lattafa. If not, we've got Lattafa and Armand. I can't remember, but I'm coming on to share 3 fragrances with you that are perfect for this time of year. If you've watched any of my previous recordings before this one, you know that I wear these types of fragrances all year round. You can really wear your fragrances whenever you so choose to. Mainly these are colder weather fragrances, or what people would refer to as polarizing fragrances. For me, I like wearing these all year around. But this time of year when you wear fragrances like this and it's a little chilly outside, it just something magical happens with these. So the first one I want to share it is a rose and oud fragrance. Okay, here's the bottle here. And I'm really bad with the name of this fragrance, and so I'm going to read to you the name of this fragrance. It is Chic Luxe Edition, and I think I got it right. This is by Lattafa, so this is a Lattafa fragrance. If you've watched any of my other recordings prior to this one, you know that I love Lattafa. I have a really decent collection of Lattafa fragrances, and so I don't have all of them yet, and I don't know if there's a need for all of them, but I do have all of the ones that I have in my collection are beautiful. And maybe one day we'll come on and do Middle Eastern fragrance videos of the different houses that I enjoy so far. Again, this is Chic Luxe Edition by Lattafa Perfumes. This is an amber spicy fragrance for women and men. So this is unisex, you guys. This is so pretty to me. It was launched back in 2015, so it has been around for a while. Your top note is rose, or top notes are rose. So that's what you're going to get on your first blast out, or at least that's what you should get. Rose, cinnamon, and saffron. And if you don't know or are familiar with saffron, it is a flower. Your middle notes, or what I love to call your heart notes, you get caramel or caramel depending on how you pronounce it, and patchouli. Okay, then your base note, this is what you normally get, or what once your fragrance dries down and you've had it on for hours and hours and hours, if you've layered properly, and if this is a fragrance that works well with your body chemistry, then you're going to get your woodsy notes. Of course, you know your woodsy notes is your oud. You're going to get vanilla, amber, and ambroxan. This is gorgeous, you guys. I don't know, like I said, if this is your first time watching, if you haven't watched, I'm sure you probably haven't watched all of our videos, but I love oud, and I love oud and rose combined together. I have several fragrances in my collection. Most of them are Middle Eastern fragrances, but I do have like some designer and a couple of niche fragrances that are oud and rose, not ooze. And this is gorgeous, you guys. And you can find this for a really extremely affordable price. It lasts for 12 plus hours. I mean, I sprayed down in this when I wore this. I've only worn it once, tried it out once, worn it all day once. And I had to scrub down. And even after doing that, the things that I wore, the clothing that I wore, you could still smell this on my garments. It is such a beautiful bottle. I love the presentation. I'll show you the top. That's the Lattafa symbol there, if you can see that. I love this. Is so pretty. And if you like to photograph your fragrances like most collectors do, or most content creators do, this photographs beautifully, you guys. It is so pretty. I really enjoy this. I'm really glad that I have this in my collection. I love everything about this, the presentation, the bottle. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but I love a bottle that has weight to it. And this has it. And the fact that it's unisex, ladies, if you have a fragrance snob as a lover, you may want to grab 2 bottles of this, because you'll both play around with this one. It is really, really good. Again, this is Lattafa's, and I believe it is pronounced Chic Out Shoot Luxe Edition. All right. Moving on to our next fragrance. Wake up, wake up. We're recording. Say hi to everybody. All right, our next fragrance is I'm trying to get him to start interacting with everybody. He's coming around, you guys. Don't worry. Maybe by next month, he'll be ready to say Merry Christmas. All right, so the next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is another fragrance from Lattafa. This is another extremely affordable fragrance. So this goes along with our theme of saving money and smelling good. Let me bring the bottle in for you guys. This is really, really pretty. I like this bottle. I've been hiding this for a minute. You know, wanting to play around with it. You know, sometimes when you have things in your collection, it takes a while to kind of get to them, to try them out and play around with them. Or you may have things in your collection for a while and forget about them. It just depends, you know, if you're not going out, if you're not hanging out. Certain fragrances call for certain occasions and things of that nature, and so it just depends. So this one is a Lattafa fragrance. This one is also a unisex fragrance. So now you know the secret is out. I love unisex fragrances. The sprayer on this one is kind of spitting kind of weird, and I'm not sure why. I may have to send this one back. I don't know. But yesterday it was working pretty good, so we'll figure that part out. But it smells absolutely amazing. This one has a lot of fruit in it. Believe it or not, this is a tropical fragrance to me. It really gives me a beautiful tropical vibe with oud in it. This is Ram's Lattafa Gold by Lattafa Perfumes. It is a fragrance for women and men, so it is unisex. I wouldn't say that this leans masculine or feminine. It just rocks. You can both can rock it, like so many other fragrances. But this doesn't lean more masculine or feminine to me. Your top notes are pineapple, apple, and bergamot. So it starts off really fruity, juicy, meaty, a little bit tart, and citrus all at the same time. Then your middle note is jasmine. They didn't overdo it on the jasmine. I'm starting to kind of lose my love for the jasmine note in a lot of fragrances, because a lot of times they overdo it, and they didn't do that in this fragrance. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has sandalwood, patchouli, it has guac wood in it. It has in your base notes, which is what you get after your fragrance is dried down. And for me, with this one, I get a little bit of everything in my dry down, but it just depends on your body chemistry. This one, it gives you musk, agarwood, you get amber, vanilla, and ylang ylang in the base of this fragrance. It is such a gorgeous fragrance. I wasn't expecting to really be in love with this fragrance. You will find that all fragrances that have that oudy note in them all kind of give you that same vibe. but you have to allow your fragrances to dry down and see how well they're going to work with your body chemistry before you say. All these Middle Eastern fragrances, they all smell the same. They all give me the same vibe, and sometimes they will make you feel that way. But I definitely get that pineapple-y, apple-y, like that first blast out is so beautiful. It's really fruity. It's really exotic and sensuous. It's kind of got like a Caribbean and a Middle Eastern vibe combined together. I really like what they did with this fragrance. This fragrance is extremely affordable. I can't provide you any price points on this one, but you can definitely look it up and get the information on this. And I will try to remember to add the fragrance and where you can find this in the description box. I had a subby about a week ago ask me about a fragrance and where you can find that fragrance. It's really easy to get that information, because a lot of fragrances, a lot of times I don't remember where I got my particular bottle from, and then I can't tell you where you can find it. Anywhere that you purchase fragrances, you can probably find most of the ones that I talk about on my channel. You can always Google a fragrance that I talk about if you take notes, and it'll pop up and tell you where you can find it. You can do your research on the different price points. If you want a tester of the fragrance, if you want a brand new bottle of the fragrance, if you want to buy a used bottle of a fragrance. There's so many different options when purchasing fragrances, if you're interested in buying a certain or a particular fragrance. Your higher end fragrances, you will find that you can actually buy testers of. You can get used bottles. You got people out there that'll send you a decant of a fragrance and things of that nature. So the fragrance community is very generous if you are interested in that. But yeah, if I don't list it in the description box, 9 times out of 10 I really don't remember where I purchased them from. But if you type into Google or ask Siri where to find something, they will give you a list of like Amazon, Mercari, eBay, Gift Express, Fragrance X, Perfume X. Perfume Mania has a website. There are so many different places that you can order fragrances from, and then a lot of times you can go on and order your fragrances directly from the website of the company that you're interested in. And I love doing that, because a lot of times when you order directly from the company a fragrance is made from, you end up getting really good deals and samples, and sometimes they send you complimentary fragrances. That's what happened with me with Orentica. I was just asking them questions about their fragrances, and when I looked up, I had a big old box full of oils and the sprays to match them, and we're going to come on and talk about those, because I haven't used any of those oils yet, and they are absolutely beautiful. So let's move on to our last and final fragrance. Okay, so this one definitely is not a loser by any means. You guys know, again, I love oud and I love rose. And so when I can find a beautiful fragrance or try a beautiful fragrance, I go for it. I love the fact that a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances that I've had in my collection or been sent or so affordable, so when I talk about them and someone else is interested in them, it won't cost them an arm and a leg, and they won't feel left out because it's not in their budget to grab these fragrances that I like to talk about. All right, because who likes to be left out? Nobody. So this is the fragrance that I have been waiting to share with you guys. I want to talk to you. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Come on in here. Get on in here. This fragrance is so gorgeous, you guys. I have the gold version of this fragrance, and I think I've had it for a couple years. I believe. I can't remember. After a while, things become a blur. Okay, this year has gone by so fast. It is unbelievable. So if you realize that, like 2 weeks ago, we're here. Okay. This fragrance, again, is so pretty. I love the fragrance notes of oud and rose. I also love a little greenness. I like a little mossiness. I like a little patchouli. Again, I love a unisex fragrance. And basically, unisex just means anybody that wants to wear this fragrance absolutely can. I love that because there are so many fragrances that I just love, like Fahrenheit by Christian Dior, Yope Home. Those are fragrances that, in my opinion, should have been unisex way back in the day. But you know, you can grab those sweatpants and spray down in anything you want whenever you want to, right? This fragrance is so pretty. Let me go ahead and get on into it. It is Oud Mood Silver, and this is the container that it comes in. Very, very pretty presentation. I love this. You may already have this one in your collection or heard about it from another content creator. I'm not sure, but I'm super excited. This fragrance actually is for men, and you will find that I have a lot of fragrances in my collection that are men fragrances, and they end up in my collection, and it's like, oops, like Jazz Club. So this is the boyfriend, this is the husband to Oud Mood Gold, but this one smells so much better, as do a lot of mom and dad colognes, right? And you know that if you collect your fragrances and colognes a lot. So let me pull her on out. I love the presentation. It is exactly like the gold bottle, so it's exactly like the girl's bottle. I love silver. I love platinum. So this is really, really beautiful. If you wanted to display this, it would be absolutely gorgeous. You could style the two fragrances together if you wanted to. This is good, you guys. I'm going to spray a little bit of this on, and I'm going to just share with you what is in this. I love the smell of this. Again, this is Oud Mood Silver. It's got like a barbershop after 5 vibe to it. But when it calms all the way down, you get this. Let me share what's in the notes. It is an amber fragrance for men. This is a new fragrance. Oud Mood Silver was launched in 2022. Top notes are bergamot, which is your lime, your citrus. You got apple. There's that apple. There's that pineapple again in that opening. This is so delicious to me. Middle notes are rose. There's your rose. Patchouli. I do want to say too that the rose is not overdone. It's not overpronounced. So for gentlemen that don't want that feminine touch to their scents and fragrances, this won't do that to you. It is so universal. It's so beautiful. It has patchouli in it. It has birch. It has Moroccan jasmine, which I love my exotic jasmines. Your base notes are oak moss, musk, ambergris, and vanilla. And again, this was launched this year in 2022. This is so clean, so smooth. It is just unbelievable. You can really smell the bergamot in this fragrance, and normally you can't smell your lime in a fragrance. You can't if it's a fragrance or a cologne that is based solely on lime, you normally get it. But this is so strong with that lime. It has, like I said, an aftershave vibe. It has a little bit of a barbershop scent vibe to it, but better. If you like something green and mossy, you will enjoy this. Heavy on the oud, but it's really, really smooth. You know, a lot of times an oud fragrance will give you a real sharpness to it. It'll be kind of pungent. For some of those whose nose palette is not broad and expansive, it will be kind of, I would say, off-putting for some noses. It depends on what you love. But this is so sensuous, so soft. It's so mysterious. It's a really, really strong, potent but quiet fragrance all at the same time. Again, this is Oud Mood Silver by Lattafa. Gotta get you some of this. This is good. It's so clean, and so it's just a perfect amount of every note that they mention in this fragrance. And I know there are things in this that they don't mention, and I think, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but I think that pineapple kind of gives it more of a kind of like a smoother, juicier creaminess to it. Absolutely love it. This is your girl, Color Me Bad Lynn, saying thank you guys for watching. We greatly appreciate all of your love and your support. Teddy, wouldn't you say so? He's coming around. We want to thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell. We will see you over on Instagram. Our handle for Instagram is @ColorMeBad_Lynn. We will meet you on over. We'll see you on the next video. Toodles!